Postmaster, fellow Postmaster, honored guest. I'm excited to be here tonight and to be able to share with you some of what I know a lot of you are dealing with. I know that we have a number of college students in the audience tonight, and we have a number of people who are looking for other sources of income for other reasons. And so I don't even have to ask the question that the old commercial used to ask about, do you want to make more money? Because I know that all of you do. And so what I'm going to talk to you about tonight is about exactly how. But first, let's start by talking about the traditional way to find jobs. And that I know is something that a lot of you are facing right now. So when you're looking for a job, you may be looking in the newspaper, or more commonly nowadays, you may be looking on the internet for jobs that seem to fit you and seem to make the amount of money you want and seem to fit the kind of degree you have, the kind of thing you want to do in life. Next slide. But job hunting in this manner can be very stressful. I'm sure a lot of you are feeling like the young woman in this picture feels. There are a number of reasons why job hunting can be stressful for people. The main reason that I found is that there's a lot of competition and very little feedback nowadays when you're applying for a job. A lot of times I go online and I find a job that sounds perfect, that may be in an office that deals with the kind of advocacy that I want to do or has the exact skill set I need. And I go and I type and I send in my email and my cover letter and my resume, and then I never hear anything back, and there's no way to contact them, and the message I get back is, if you don't hear from us sometime or other, that means we're not interested. That can be very frustrating for people, because it seems like you're putting out all of this effort for absolutely nothing. And you get your hopes up, and you get excited, and think maybe this is the job that's going to get me everything I dream about, and then you don't hear, and you don't hear, and you don't hear. And you're not sure if you're not sure because they're still collecting resumes or because they decided that you're just not what they're looking for, and you never know whether or not to give up hope on a particular job. That can be confusing. For many people, there are some other problems with job hunting. For people in the transgender community, for example, one of the huge problems with job hunting is that there is legalized discrimination. But in the state of North Carolina and 37 other states, it is perfectly legal to not hire somebody, to not promote somebody, or to fire them because they are gay or transgender. This presents a challenge for members of this community. Transgender people also have additional challenges because very often the name that they're using is not yet their legal name, and that can create additional confusion. So there's legalized discrimination. And finally, if you have autism or another learning difference, you might not feel comfortable in a traditional job environment. This can be difficult because while it's illegal to discriminate against someone who has a disability, there is nothing wrong with saying this person just came into our office and we had to let them go. And that happens to a lot of people who have Asperger's and autism because of their social difficulties. So people give up and they get depressed, or they keep trying, and they don't know what they're going to do financially, and they get upset and they get stressed out, and they're not sure if they can get food stamps and whatnot in the meantime. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is not necessary, that there is another way besides the traditional. There is a way that you all can make more money, no matter who you are. Raise your hand if you would like to have the freedom to make money your way. Quite a lot of you, all of you. Well, that's what you're about to learn. The main reason that a lot of people don't make their own money or don't try to is because they think it's too hard. We hear stories in the news about people who were extremely wealthy now because they were extremely successful business people, and we think, oh, I don't have that special talent, or that person was really lucky and I just don't have those connections, or look at all the odds that are against me and why I can't even find a traditional job. How could I ever do this? Has anyone in the audience ever thought anything like that about themselves? Yeah, a lot of us have. I have too. So we need to start by changing our mindset. If you change your mindset, the job that you want and the career that you want will come. And the mindset you have to change from is, I need money, so I need somebody to give me money for the work I do, which is the job seeker's mindset, to I want to be in control of my financial destiny. Because when you work for yourself, yes, people are exchanging money for the services of value that you're giving them, and people, which, by the way, feels really good, because when you're making your own money doing something you love and something you're talented at, and somebody says, hey, I'd like to pay you for this, there's no better feeling, because you've done it all yourself. First, you have to change that mindset. You have to shift that perspective. So let's talk a little bit about how we can shift that perspective. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? This is a powerful, powerful question. What would you do if you knew you could not fail? If you knew you could not fail? I don't know, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Have a baby.
There's nothing wrong with that. Some people love to be parents and love children, and that's actually something you can make into a business too. So what about you? Well, what would you do if you could not fail?
I would try to be a soccer player.
Awesome. So you try to be a soccer player.
Yeah. Professional soccer player.
A professional soccer player. Awesome. And I'm sure all of you, every single one of you, has an answer to that question. And so what I want you to do when you go home from the seminar tonight is I want you to take out a piece of paper and write down the first 5 things that come to you as a result of this question. Make a list and know that you can achieve it. There are lots and lots of ways that you can make money through talent. We're a little short on time, so I can't go through them all together, but no matter what your talent is, if it's artistic, there's ways to sell it. If you're a good writer, like I sell my writing, you can sell your writing too. If you know how to make certain projects, right, or you know how to stitch, or you know how to do something, you can make a video and you can sell those videos. So I'd like to leave you just this thought, that once you decide your life is your own, that's the day it really begins. And I'd like to encourage all of you to take that first step and shift your perspective. And I am a coach, and I am doing seminars like this all over the country, longer seminars, so I am hoping to see some of you at some of them. And if you would like to get a hold of me, here's all my contact information, and I look forward to talking to all of you and helping all of your dreams come true. This is so nice.